What up guys, welcome to a brand new video. It's been like over a week since I posted my last video, so you guys are probably like, oh, where have you been, stuff like that. I have been pretty busy, but I streamed 3 times last week. A lot of people said they never got notifications, so some of you guys probably have thought I was gone like longer than I really was, but I'm back. We're grinding, and today we have some NBA 2K18 leaks on the gameplay, especially the shooting, and this might be even worse than NBA 2K17. You guys know how broken the NBA 2K17 shooting was, so let's get right into it. Make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's see if we can hit 200 likes in the first hour. Let's come back strong. 200 likes in the first hour. I know we can do it. Just smash the like button down below, and let's get right into it. So you guys have probably heard of this website called Operation Sports, and basically this dude made an article on how broken the 2K17 shooting was. He talks about how 2K18 shooting should be different, and Mike Wang, like the lead producer, like the lead gameplay director, I think that's what he is, he responded to this and gave us some insight and some leaks on what NBA 2K18 shooting is going to be like, which a lot of you guys probably are not going to like. So basically he complains about how broken it is, how they exaggerate, wide open shots go in too much, and contested shots don't go in enough. Now, in my experience, contested shots go in a lot. Like, a lot of people will play me and just shoot contested shots on me, and they'll go in a significant amount of the time. So I think the contested shots are fine. Like, definitely do not make more than they go in. If anything, make a lot more than like go down. Like, the one thing, and it actually says this in the title of the article, is blame the terrible defenses, is because all of the Hall of Fame badges are so overpowered, and everybody has their defense capped so much. So that really does make a difference. Now they're saying wide open shots miss. I'm giving my opinion right now because he's going to give his opinion. It's totally different from mine. But in my experience, wide open shots have to go in because everybody's so limited. Like, what I mean by that is, say you're a sharpshooter and you're shooting wide open shots. 2K has to let you make most of those because shooting is the only thing you can pretty much do, right? So you have to be able to do that. And the archetype system just really ruined how realistic the game is supposed to be, because like, if you're a sharpshooter, you have to be able to shoot, so they have to buff the shooting percentages more than they probably should be, and then you get articles like this, right? So the archetype system, in my opinion, that's the reason why all of this is broken. It has to do with the contested shots too. Like I said, they capped everybody's defense, but yeah, like I said, this person says they exaggerated too much, and he's saying that it has to be more realistic. Now the thing is, in the NBA, if you want to compare this to the NBA, in the NBA, a wide open shot is still pretty contested, because if you're playing twos at the park, a wide open shot, the other person might be halfway around the court, right? But in the NBA, a wide open shot, somebody might still be like 6-7 feet from you, because it's not as spread out, right? Like, somebody's just going to be near you, see that you're about to shoot, and just close you out at that point, because there's 5 people, not 2, right? So it's really hard to compare it to the NBA, especially park. Now Prime is different in that sense, but basically he's saying that 2K needs to make it more realistic, that wide open shots should go in less. So like, a sharpshooter now should be like a 2K16 outside player, where they wouldn't make everything, but they could still shoot pretty consistently, and like, contested shots should just go in. I don't think they should at all, right? So that's what this person says. Now, before we go any further, let me know what you guys would like to see in NBA 2K18 in terms of the shooting, assuming they take all of the archetypes, keep them in 2K, so everything's the same. How should they change the shooting, right? Like, how should they make it more realistic or just more fun to play? Because I gave my insight. I'm a park player. I don't play Pro-Am a lot anymore. And then this person, I assume he's probably like a My Team player or something, right? So I know a lot of my subs are probably park players, but let me know what you guys think they should do with the shooting, right? So he makes this, and a lot of people replied to it, a lot of random people, but Mike Wang actually replied to it. Like I said, he's like the lead gameplay producer, gameplay director, so it says it right here, gameplay director, and basically he's gonna give us some insight. So he says, good discussion, just wanted to chime in and dispel the notion that white bars are completely left to chance. So he's saying that, like, if you shoot it, it's not green. No matter what the timing is, it'll still go in the same amount, right? So if you shoot a terribly timed shot versus a full white, then it's both going to be like a 65% chance of going in, which is not true, but I still see a lot of people make terribly timed shots since they lowered the skill gap. So he's saying that's not true. It works on a gradient outside of the green, so like, depending on how badly you time it, that'll reduce your shot percentage, and you can still make a very low percentage shot or still miss a very high percentage shot, but that's just how probability is. And he's saying the math will equalize over time, which is in cases true for Pro-Am but not park. So you guys know, when I'm on 2K and I say the game is rigged, that's when the algorithm is so catered to the other team where they make all these contested shots, we miss all these wide open shots. Now, if it was a pro-am game, then they'd start missing some shots, we'd start making more shots, and it'd be equal, and the better team would win. But in Park, sometimes the game isn't long enough to do that because there's only 8-9 possessions, right? So then the other team will just have the advantage, right? So that's what I mean by that. It'll equalize in pro-am though. But he's saying that it's not by chance, it's more by timing. But he's also saying that they're probably going to take out greens next year. He's saying that the problem with greens is that it flattens out the true shot percentage. So like, you can shoot a 40% shot, and if it's green, it's still going in. If you shoot a 65% shot, if it's green, it's still going in, right? That's why if I remove greens, so he's like saying like, I'm probably gonna remove greens, he's giving a reason why, it actually widens the skill gap and makes shot attributes and shot selection more important, and the better shooters with the higher attributes will rise to the top. Now, this is the thing. Mike Wang called 2K17 a simulation game, meaning they wanted it to be as realistic as possible. When they made it, they were trying to make it realistic, and after 13 patches plus like 5 shooting updates and like over 8 months, the game is still not realistic. For example, he's saying attributes will matter. Attributes still don't matter. My athletic finisher still makes greens, right? If he's open, he's gonna make the 3, right? And that's a huge complaint people have. People don't want these glass cleaners or paint protectors or whatever making all these 3s. That's not true. Also, they're saying good shot selection is rewarded, but they still don't know what contested and open means some of the time, right? So like, I'll go close somebody out, right? Like hand right in their face while we were shooting, and I'll get a green in my defensive meter, which means it was a good contest, and it'll still go in way more than it should. So like, if they fix that, then like, I guess, but like, I don't think people want greens out of the game. Like, people still want greens. My assumption is that they're just considering taking them out because they did like 5 shooting updates in a week and all they heard was complaints. But the reason why it was like that is because of the archetype system, right? Everybody wants, okay, glass cleaners, well, they want greens for their players because they still want to be able to shoot, even though sharpshooters are supposed to have that advantage. But sharpshooters, they don't want glass cleaners to be able to shoot because they want to have that advantage, right? I already talked about this before, but in the comment section right now, type 1 if you want them to take out greens, and type 2 if you don't, because I'm pretty sure most people still want greens in the game because they want that assurance if they're playing Park, especially on 2s when like keeping possession is that important and you don't want the other person to have to crash every single time. Having a green is like good insurance, right? But let me know what you guys want. So like I said, type 1 if you want them to take out greens, type 2 if you do not want them to take out greens, because by the looks of this article, they might actually take out the greens. Now, I already gave my opinion. This is the thing. If they had to take out greens, if they really had to, which I know a lot of people don't want, they definitely have to put shot feedback in Park, which means, like you guys know, when you play Pro, and if you have that on, it'll be in the top right corner right by your teammate grade. After you'll shoot, it'll be like slightly late or excellent release. Well, they won't have that in the game anymore, right? And no, this is what I don't get. I just realized this. When you shoot a full white, it'll still say like slightly late, right? But it'll be the same timing as a green, right? So first of all, that's complete BS. But anyway, it'll be like excellent shot timing, and then it'll be like shot quality, and it'll be like A or like B plus or something like that, right? They need to put that in Park. So if it's like, okay, A plus, that was an A plus shot, that's gonna go in, even though A plus shots still miss sometimes. You know what I mean? So you still want to have some insurance. If you shoot a green, it's gonna go in. But the thing with whites is that everybody has this like bad reps for like whites, right? Because whites will like rig the game, right? So I'm getting whites, or if you shoot a white, you're just gonna assume it's gonna miss, right? Now the other thing is that white bars, or just like not getting a green, has a really bad rep. So what I mean by that is that, and I'm a sharpshooter, and whenever this happens to me, like I'm always assuming it's gonna miss. Like when you're wide open for a shot and you just get a full white, oh, it's probably gonna miss, right? Because if it would have gone in, they would have just gave me a green, right? Now most of the time it still goes in, but when you really need that shot to go in, you're just gonna assume it's gonna miss, right? Because there's no guarantee, and everybody's used to that guarantee. So like, I'm not sure if they really have to take out greens. They really have to fix the shooting. Definitely have to fix the archetype system. But even if they leave greens into the game, there is still some fixing to be done. But I think the majority of the community is gonna be really mad if they decide to just completely take out greens. By the looks of this article. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Again, make sure you guys smash that like button down below and subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.
sad soul.